Science proves the toxins and chemicals already inside all of us are causing cell mutations, weakening our immune system, disrupting brain functions, and draining our energy. Now there's a way to gently force these toxins and poisons out of your body. Best of all, you can quickly and easily eliminate harmful toxins without uncomfortable herbal cleanses, drugs, or changing your habits with willpower. What I'm talking about is an ionic detox foot bath. I want to accomplish two goals with you today. The first is to break down the ionic detox foot bath process step by step so you can see the technology and science that is taking place and how this actually rids your body of toxins. I get a lot of questions about whether or not this is a scam or snake oil, and to be honest, I don't blame people for being skeptical, as long as they are willing to do the research and know that there are two sides to every story. My other goal is to reveal to you what I call a super therapy. When these two other therapies are combined with the ionic detox foot bath, the results are tremendous. Let's look at the scientific principles behind why an ionic detox foot bath does work and is not a scam. Some of this content is going to be pretty technical and heavy with scientific terms and processes, but I promise to explain it in a way that everyone can understand and see how this fits in the overall big picture. The first term I want to introduce is diffusion. Diffusion is the movement of molecules down a concentration gradient. Think about when someone sprays perfume across the room from you. At first you can't smell a thing, but slowly you begin to get a whiff of it. That's because the molecules started out concentrated in that one area, then began to mix and bounce off their molecules, and eventually spread themselves throughout, balancing the concentration. Another simple example of this is when you put a drop of dye in a cup of water. The dye slowly diffuses through the water until it is evenly spread out. The next term we need to get an understanding of is osmosis. Osmosis is a special type of diffusion in which a fluid passes through a semi-permeable membrane. In this video, we will be specifically talking about water since our bodies are made up of about 70% water. Osmosis occurs when a higher concentration of water molecules exists on one side of a membrane and a lower concentration on the other. As we saw with diffusion, the water will want to even out this concentration, and so the molecules will pass through the membrane from the higher side to the lower to reach what is called equilibrium. A great example of this is the roots of plants. For the most part, the concentration of water molecules is higher outside of the root than on the inside, so water will pass through the cell wall and into the plant along with some nutrients. The human body also takes advantage of this phenomenon. The kidneys maintain the body with just the right concentration to keep the cells healthy. Osmosis is the foundation for the ionic foot bath process. Just think, if our kidneys are being overworked with toxins, more than we were meant to handle, then our cells and kidneys can become backed up and have high toxicity levels. Alright, we have one more scientific term we need to define before we can talk about the ionic foot bath specifically. I will need to explain what electrolysis of water is. Basically, electrolysis is the splitting of water into hydrogen and oxygen gases. This is accomplished when an electric current is added to the water. Here are the two reactions that take place during electrolysis. 4 water molecules plus 4 electrons reduces to 2 hydrogen gas and 4 hydroxyl ions. We are producing hydrogen gas, which leaves a high concentration of negatively charged hydroxyl ions in the water. 2 water molecules oxidizes to oxygen gas plus 4 hydrogen ions plus 4 electrons. We are producing oxygen gas, which leaves a high concentration of positive ions in the water. Both reactions produce what are called ions, or charged molecules, in a process called ionization. Ionization is not new and can be found in nature, where water collides with itself as seen at the beach or waterfalls. And now we have created the same effect, and with a much more powerful concentration. Let's take a look. There are 4 key elements needed to make it all happen. A direct current from an electrical source, the power supply, electrodes to conduct the current, the array, water, a tub or basin to put the water and array into. When the power source sends a direct current to the electrodes in the array, it breaks the water molecules up into its gases and ions. These ions are now in the water, creating a higher concentration. These ions are passed into the body through osmosis. There they attract toxins in the body like little magnets. Again, osmosis is used to gently pull these ions with the attached toxins into the water where they will stay. This is why people will notice a drastic change in the color of water. I do want to note that the water will have a change in color even if the feet are not in it, due to the reactions taking place between the bath water and the metals in the array. When the feet are in the bath, the colors vary based on the person and the part of the body being detoxed. The change in color is also much more drastic, and the water will become much more murky. We have had people even found parasites in the water, as well as black flecks, which is heavy metals. This is what I experienced. My water was filled with black flecks for many sessions, as I have been exposed to a lot of heavy metals from being a mechanic for over 30 years. The greatest part about this form of detox is that it doesn't require a major change in lifestyle, and it is actually quite comfortable and relaxing. I've found that the best detox is the one that you will actually do. People love the fact that they can simply slip their feet into warm water and for the next 30 minutes take a nap, read a book, listen to music, or whatever they want, and the result is a cleansed and energized body. Here are some of the benefits of people that are experiencing from ionic cleansing. Significant pain relief, improves your memory and sleep, cleanses your liver, kidneys, and parasites, decreases wrinkles, acne, and other skin problems, removes unwanted toxins, balances your body's pH and electrical energy, improves function of your organ system, improves your muscle strength and range of motion, strengthens your immune system, purges heavy metals, increases your energy and reduces stress, improves your sexual health. Our clients have reported immediate relief from migraines, fatigue, neck pain, toxemia, yeast infection, and work or sport-related injuries. Okay, now that we've discovered the safest and easiest way to eliminate poisons from your body, it's time to reveal what I like to call the super therapy. By combining 2 additional therapies with the ionic foot bath, you can increase the speed of recovery and the results last much, much longer. The first therapy I want to tell you about is FIR, or far infrared heat. This therapy provides a gentle, radiant heat that stimulates circulation and improves your metabolism. Far infrared is part of the spectrum of light emanating from the sun. It is not visible to the eye, but you feel it as heat penetrating into your skin. Far infrared light and its therapeutic properties has been studied in Japan for over 20 years and is now finally gaining recognition in the rest of the world. Far infrared heat is very helpful for healing the skin, increasing blood circulation, and revitalizing skin cells. Far infrared heat increases the levels of oxygen into your blood, helps create better white blood cell function, and reduces stress by loosening up your muscles and relaxing the body. Far infrared heat is 100% natural and 100% safe. Now for the other therapy that completes this trio, transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation, known as TENS, activates the release of endorphins, our body's natural healers. TENS generates electrical impulses that block pain signals normally sent to the brain through nerve fibers, thereby interrupting the brain's awareness of pain. Hundreds of clinical reports exist concerning the use of TENS for various types of conditions, such as low back pain, arthritic pain, bladder incontinence, and post-surgical pain, just to name a few. It is also an effective method for relieving acute and chronic pain caused by childbirth, migraines, tension headaches, injuries, tendinitis, bursitis, chronic wounds, cancer, and other joints and muscle pains. Together, these 3 therapies form what I call the FIT system. Far infrared heat helps improve circulation, ionic detoxification helps the body remove toxins, TENS speeds the healing of an injury. As you can clearly see, combining these 3 makes for one incredible, well-rounded health system. So what if you could have this super therapy system all packed into one machine? How easy would that be? Well, that is exactly what my wife and I thought after we had been using our foot bath. You heard of what it did for my wife, and now I want you to experience a release of abundant energy to your entire body, an improved digestive system, a reduction and even elimination of allergies, an end to pain and stiffness, a soothing of dry, itchy skin and rashes, a boost to your immune system, and so much more. All these benefits are available to anyone using our new 3-in-1 Fit system. My wife tried everything she could, but nothing worked. The pills, injection, the doctors, none of it could get my wife's health and life back, which left us thinking this is the way she was going to be until she died, until the ionic foot bath proved us wrong. In my story, I shared how I was willing to leave my successful auto body and sales business of 35 years to invest my time and energy into creating the best and most powerful machine on the market. I took my skills as a career auto mechanic and my knowledge of machines and quality parts and designed and now manufactured the industry's only original 3-in-1 Fit system. Catherine made a great analogy in her interview about the difference in ionic foot baths and the difference in cars. Basically, you can drive a Yugo or a Rolls Royce. They both may do basically the same thing, but the Rolls Royce outperforms the rest with its luxurious quality and unrivaled engineering. The same is true for ionic foot bath machines. They all may attempt the same detox, but some have a much stronger drawing power. Not all machines are created equal. So when your health and life are at stake, never go cheap. Do not make your decision on price alone. If you or a loved one needed life-threatening surgery, would you look for the cheapest surgeon or would you look for the best?